Well, hello, fellow travelers. It's been a long time, has it not? That's okay, we'll ease back into this together. Today, let's talk about Dystopika. Dystopika is an indie futuristic-themed sandbox city builder. It was developed by Matt Marshall under his Voids Within studio and released in 2024. Unlike other city builders, in Dystopika there's no traditional constraints typical of the genre. There's no money, no resource collecting or management, and no strategy. This game is not about winning, rather it's about creating a mood and atmosphere. It's certainly a visually striking game that lets your mind sort of wander. As you place your mega buildings, the surrounding area's smaller decorative buildings rise up as well, giving your city somewhat of an organic feel. And there's a healthy variety of towers you can build, along with decorations to make parts of your city pop out. Decorations like ads, which come pre-made, or if you're feeling artistic, you can make your own, which is always nice. It lets you give your city a personal touch. This is actually the best way to get those nice little logos on all of your buildings, whether it's a well-known classic logo or just something you made up. I will say you might have to mess with the dimensions of your image, as some might be too big and get clipped out in the game. The game even lets you display video on these billboards, which is pretty freaking awesome. It gives so much life to your city. Normally in this setting you get drowned by the size of your surroundings. Dystopika flips things around, having your point of view dwarfing the city. It makes everything seem both massive and miniature. It's like a diorama. In fact, all of the careful placement and various elements make this game feel like a little neon bonsai tree, as you try to arrange the perfect metropolis. I gotta say, this game is pure eye candy. The thing I find cool about this game is that it's so simple and stylized. It uses a lot of shadow with bits of lights sprinkled about, really only giving impressions of buildings, letting your brain fill in the gaps. Only the towers you place have real defined shape and lighting, the rest being a vague, endless sprawl of low building silhouettes, outskirts that feed into the larger facades that dominate the skyline. It really reminds me of the opening of Blade Runner. They do a great job with the little things like air traffic, the soft neon haze, the drifting fog, the global warming-induced rainfall, which all come together to breathe life into your city and really help sell the cyberpunk vibe. This is definitely a cinematic game. It's like half a game and half a screensaver. There's of course the obligatory screenshot mode that lets you play with things like time of day, fog, weather, the level of air traffic, and so on. They even have filters so you can get that perfect mood you're going for, as well as a little video tool so you can do neat little fly-throughs of your city. It goes without saying that the music is absolutely perfect for a game like this. Composed by the talented Sonic Mayhem, who also composed the soundtracks to such classics like Deus Ex Mankind Divided and Mass Effect 3. Super ambient stuff. Not every track is like this, but there's a few that are just so Blade Runner-esque. The bold bwah, the sultry saxophones, with tiny intermingled bits of sirens and advertisements. I mean, if neo-noir was turned into a sound, this is it. The atmosphere that is cultivated by the soundtrack in this game is so calming. I can honestly say that it's even a little sad. When I sit back and stare at my megacity and that jazzy synthesizer ripples softly in the background, I find myself contemplating my own life. I get really lost in my head, and I really feel that at least half of this lonely melancholy is due thanks to the music. I mean, seriously, when that saxophone riffs, absolutely heartbreaking. I could go on and on. Of course, Dystopika isn't perfectly perfect. One might be tempted to complain that it lacks depth, but they aren't selling depth, and it kinda isn't needed in a game like this. No, what it really lacks is variety. Kinda, sorta. Just a bit. The building variety itself is good, it's mainly the variety of decorations I wish would be expanded some more. I feel like some of the decorations, like the antennas, are kinda eh. I'd like to see some skybeam variety, ones that shoot farther up into the air, and maybe some that swivel back and forth that sell that nightclub/event mood. Add even more life to the skyline, you know? I'd also like to see something like those round advertisement wheels from Cyberpunk 2077, or even ad towers. Maybe even an option to make buildings wider? I'd definitely love to see more fonts for the customization text decoration. Definitely some formatting options. This combined with maybe a simple emblem maker would go far in adding variety, letting the player get creative with corporate logos on building faces for people that don't want to import PNGs. The developer has stated that they'd continue to make incremental updates, so of course there's always hope for these things and even other things to make it into the game. If not, there's always mod support. You know me though, I hate using mods.
As you can see, I myself use a few mods.
Yeah, I'd never use mods. So should you buy Dystopica? Hell yeah, brother! If you're into cyberpunk, megacities, the element neon, go grab this little gem. Honestly, anyone that's interested in chill shit and are fans of futuristic art should consider this game. It's really not expensive, it's like $7 I think, which is cheaper than eating at McDonald's. To me, this is completely worth it. Hey, thanks for watching. I know it's been about 3 years since I last uploaded a video. It's hard to do YouTube, okay? I have sadness, and I just want to sit around, look at the floor, and eat drywall all day. Thank you so much to everyone that stayed subscribed. I appreciate your faith in me coming back, or at least forgetting to unsubscribe. Also, thanks to everyone that has subscribed since my last upload. You guys knew I'd be back. Eventually. Hopefully I can keep uploading videos and not take years in between to do so. I know this is kind of a random video to try and come back with, but I don't know, something easy to stretch the old video-making muscles. Let me know if you have any ideas you would want me to consider for future videos, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.